everyone, welcome to my channel, Elemental Origins. My name is Starr, and today I'm going to enter into the space with a California White Sage. This is a very, intuitive and impromptu reading. This has been in my head for a couple of days, and Spirit very much wanted me to bring this forward for all of you. And I'm not being given any inkling as to exactly what this is going to pertain. The title of this reading is What Your Demons Are Trying to Say to You, and I think I have quite a diverse audience, so it's going to be up to you to intuitively tune in as to which messages specifically are relating to you. But I found it very interesting setting up for this space today. I brought in a lot of protective crystals. I brought in some hematite, some black obsidian, and my pyrite skull as well. And I was really wanting to put down these two crystals specifically. And these are called hollandite, star hollandite, or black star quartz. And I felt like I couldn't put them down in the space. And I felt like that is going to be significant to some of you. It's like you are not allowing for the light to be entering into your space at this time. And hollandite specifically is amazing for connecting you to those higher level guides that you may have, allowing you to connect to the divine, essentially, just across the board. And there's something else. It's almost like allowing you to see your own divinity, but that is pertaining to your self-worth. So some of you really aren't allowing yourselves to see your self-worth at this time, and that's really hindering you where you find yourself. And I think that specific notion has eluded some of you somewhere. And I brought in a candle today, which I was very much kindly gifted by a dear friend of mine, which is to heal the witch wound. And this candle contains frankincense, myrrh, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. And those herbs and essences feel very significant for some as well. So you might want to take a little look at those and see what they might be, how they might help you on your journey. But I've only picked 3 cards today, and I'm going to pull some Tarot Live and also some Dragon Oracle to end with as well. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going to come through. I mean, I never am, but I can't really grab what this is going to mean because I think each pile is going to be very, very specific. And perhaps in each pile, I think there's going to be a lot of diverse interpretations as to what is coming through. So take a minute to pick your card, and I will go ahead with card number 1. Oh, it's so interesting. That's so funny. Pile 1, card 1, cauldron, and containment. And normally, I'll pull the card and see it for myself first, but something just told me to flip that straight over, and I was just sat outside thinking about a cauldron, actually. So that's really funny. I'm going to pull some tarot before I say anything else. But I never like the energy of that card when it shows up pile. Okay, I got the King of Cups. What are your demons trying to say to you, pile 1? My candles just started flickering. Got the 3 of Swords in reverse. Got the Knight of Swords in reverse. The 6 of Coins. I'm going to pick one more tarot for you as well. 4 of Cups upright. Okay. Give me a minute with your cards, pile 1, because I almost feel as though you aren't reading yourself properly right now, which isn't allowing me to tap into your energy. Or some of you might be blocking energy coming in for you. Yeah, wow. The Star at the bottom of the deck energy, as I said, that some of you are just, straight up blocking energy from the divine. So this idea of what your demons are trying to say to you is that your demons are holding you back from connecting into your true divinity, pile 1. And it's like you're in what might be considered to be like a cooking pot right now. You might feel like, the confirmation of that horn there, I don't know if you heard that, but it's almost like you cannot contain this energy any longer. And it's almost as if your past is catching up to you, pile 1, I very much feel. So your demons are hot under your tail, I'm hearing. And this is coming forward today because your teams of light are saying that you just have to face the music. They're saying, you know, you have to really start to just take a look at yourself, your life, and yeah, perhaps past pain. Because as soon as you start to be able to really focus in on where you might be acting out from a hurt space, Pile 1, you're going to start to be able to approach life very differently. And I've started to feel really lazy, and I am getting over a cold, but I think that, yeah, you might be getting really sick right now, Pile 1, and that's connecting to you, not connecting to yourself. You might need to be, well, I'm being told to share with you, really start looking at your habits and how you can create a healthier lifestyle for yourself, how you can create a healthier regime for you to be able to move forward. Because what your demons are telling you is that you need to change everything, Pile 1, and you're very much aware of this. And I think this is why you feel in this confined space, why you feel in this containment, why you might feel pretty hot under the collar, pretty sick, or just really confused at this time, is that everything that you need to change is blaring in your face right now, Pile 1. And your teams of light are saying is that you are the star. They're saying they don't know why, well, they do know why, but they're saying, why aren't you listening to yourself? Why aren't you listening to yourself, Pile 1? It's like you know everything that you need to do. You're incredibly intuitive, and you have to start taking care of yourself, Pile 1. I think you might be someone that has overgave to others in the past. You might still be in that energy right now. With the Six of Coins, it's almost as if, yeah, you'd rather give to everyone else but yourself, Pile 1. And your spirit guides and spirit teams are here to say that you need to put that down. You need to give everything that you have to yourself right now. And anything that falls away truly wasn't supposed to be in your life. And I think there might be a real fear of letting people down. There might be a real fear of people leaving your life. But your teams of light are coming forward to say that that is part of your past wounding, that you need to stop worrying about what others think about you. You need to stop worrying about not having, people in your life, because you will. But sometimes there are shifts and changes that need to happen so that we have the right kind of people in our lives, that we have the right kind of support around us. Because I think you've been on really rocky foundations, Pile 1, actually. And you know this to be true. In your heart, you know this to be true. And you know that you need to be stepping forward into the light. But there is something, a lot of things, all of these past pains are completely stifling you and holding you back. And, this is a message of encouragement. This is a message of not allowing you to pull the rug over your own eyes anymore, Pile 1. And, this comes through with so much love from your spirit teams and almost your demons as well. And I think some of us out here do work in those darker aspects of life, so you might even resonate with that. I think you might be into the dark arts, or at least was at some point in this lifetime, or another Pile 1 that's coming through really strongly. And it's almost as if you know your demons very well. You might even speak to them. You might know everything that you need to be doing. You might be looking yourself in the mirror, and you look in the mirror every day and you think, I know what I need to do, but I just can't. And your teams of light are saying that they're here to support you. They're bringing this to the forefront now, so you can hear it from me to say that they are here to support you. They will support anything that you do moving forward that is for the light. And I think that's maybe where some of you might have been getting stuck, because you've been working from, this perspective of these negative energies, these aspects of self that are in shadow. And, the light cannot support that. The light and the dark has to coexist alongside each other, but the light cannot support the darkness that you are perpetuating, Pile 1. So you have to make that shift. And, this isn't because you are a bad person, or, that you don't deserve to have good things. But I think a lot of things might have crumbled down around you so that you can flip that script, so that you can start stepping forward into the light and allowing yourself to see just how brilliant you are, because you're amazing, Pile 1. I think this is something that you don't allow yourself to see. I think you might have a very strong outward persona that you put out to the world, but actually how you feel inside is a very big contradiction to that. And your spirit guides and spirit teams are saying they want to move you out of ego and into pure self-love. And it's going to be, a tough journey, Pile 1. But I promise you, as soon as you take one step foot in towards the light, towards those next steps that you need to make, everything will slowly but surely start to fall into place, because you cannot stay where you are right now. And the more that you try and stay stuck, the more that the fire is going to keep burning, the more that things are going to keep falling down around you until you make that step, because this is the only way forward, Pile 1. And we all come to these spaces in my journey. I was 100% here not too long ago, Pile 1, and I had to change everything. My whole life had to change, and I knew it was time. Yes, I was incredibly upset. I was incredibly tormented, and I felt like, why was life doing all of this to me? But now I look back, I understand that was completely all for my own good. And your spirit team is saying that they are here to help you. They don't want you to sit in lack. They don't want you to sit in sadness. They don't want you to sit in the past pain. But the only way to work through that past pain is to face it, Pile 1. You have to start looking at your pain. You have to start looking at how you can help yourself. Does this mean you need a therapist? Does this mean that you need to start meditating? Does this mean that you need to start taking time for yourself and start giving so much to others because it's completely crippling you, Pile 1? Everyone's journey is going to look incredibly different, but the main message is that you need to start looking after yourself. And that's the only way forward, Pile 1. I'm going to pull some dragon cards. I feel like these messages might be pretty short today. Okay. Number 19 in independence. Carving your own path. Okay, yeah. I felt like this was coming through. Pile 1. 13 challenge. Standing up for your rights. Some of you really need to start taking responsibility for how others are treating you at this time, Pile 1. I really feel like some people are really taking the pee, to be honest with you, and you're letting them do it, Pile 1. You're letting people treat you like a fool. You're letting people treat you as though you aren't worthy of anything. And, it completely breaks my heart to feel that someone is in that, in that place in their life. But you really need to start saying no. You really need to start setting stronger boundaries with people, and you really need to start taking an independent approach towards your life, Pile 1. I think that there has been a lot of wounding from your childhood that makes you feel like you cannot do anything without lots of other people around you. And it's going to take some time to comb through that, to understand that of self, and to feel safe in this world. So how can you start helping yourself to feel safer, Pile 1? There's a strong message from Spirit saying to call on them. And I absolutely adore dragon energy. And I know that a lot of people come here with a lot of diverse beliefs. But if you can just understand, I guess, this energy of dragon to be an essence within you. And, sometimes I will say I'm calling on my inner dragon. And it's that fiery essence within me. It's that essence of knowing that I'm as big as I want to be. When I think of dragons, I think of these gigantic creatures that just completely take over the sky. And I'm over here, I'm 5'3". I'm not that tall. So I feel like I can take up that room. When I step into that dragon energy, I imagine my energy to be brighter, to be larger, to be fiery, to be, ready to take on the world. I don't think that there is many, people or beings that will set foot in front of a dragon and not feel inferior. And I think you need to start taking your power, to start owning your power, Pile 1, because you are incredibly powerful. And this is why this message is coming through today, because it's time to make that shift. It's like your teams of light is saying, we want to give you the life that you know you deserve and the life that you actually want to live, Pile 1. It feels like there's just a lot of sadness within you that needs to be released. And if you feel the calling to be working with me, I am a Reiki practitioner. I can help work with you to remove some of that sadness, to pinpoint where it's coming from and how to help you heal in that. But I think this might be a journey where you need to take a little bit of everything, Pile 1. And I would strongly suggest speaking to a practitioner of sorts with regards to this deep childhood wounding that seems to be here, Pile 1. And I don't often say that message in my readings because I think there is so much self-work that we can do. But I think that you might need a little bit more help where you are, Pile 1, and obviously only take what resonates. I cannot, prescribe anything to someone. I'm not a trained practitioner in that sense, but the energy that I'm picking up is that you need a lot of support where you find yourself right now in this journey, Pile 1. So please take that time to be carving out some time for yourself at the very least right now. I think some of you might have built yourself up to quite a it's almost like you've built a castle around you that depends solely upon you, and that has to come down at some point, Pile 1, because you cannot be everyone else's support when you aren't supporting yourself. And quite frankly, I feel like the people that you are supporting don't deserve your time and energy. That is a strong message that's coming through from Spirit right now, is that you have a lot of people that are actually causing you a lot of pain, and this is why you feel depleted, Pile 1. This is why you feel depleted giving. It's almost, there is no give back to you. What are people around you giving back to you? Because I don't feel like it's much. I don't feel like it's enough for who you are, Pile 1, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, I think you just deserve so much more, which is what your teams of light want to give to you. So look at your demons, look at your sadness, look at your past pain, because then you'll start to realize, why you behaved in certain ways in certain scenarios, and you can start to take that control back. I think you need to start living a more independent life, Pile 1. There is something coming through really strongly as though you have relied on other people for security, but now you're starting to see how unstable that actually is. There has to be an equal give and take, and we do have support systems. We should have support systems, and I very much rely on some friends, some family to support me, but that's not my everything. I have such a strong resolve within myself that I know that I will be okay. If everything else disappeared in my life tomorrow, I know that I will be okay. Of course I'd be incredibly sad, but I will know that I will be okay. And I think you need to be strengthening that resolve within you, Pile 1. You need to start believing that you can stand strong on your own, and, have people around you to support you that give as much back to you. I think that's the main thing. Spirit is not saying they want you to be on your own, but you have to be, receiving. And I don't think you're receiving right now, Pile 1. I don't think you're receiving anything. I'm going to pull some more tarot because I feel like there is a bigger story here that's happening. What is it with this not receiving? Yeah, judgment. This might be connecting to karmic ties, Pile 1, which are incredibly hard to pinpoint and, yeah, 5 of Swords and track. There is something around you, energies around you right now that you are karmically tied to. So they feel very important, Pile 1. And I can say this from personal experiences that, when we are involved with people karmically, it means that we've had ties with them in other lifetimes. And this feels... it feels like we can't let it go. Somewhere it feels like we can't let it go, but it's a remembrance. And I pulled the Lovers in reverse. So some of you, this is a relationship that you are in right now that really isn't serving your highest good. 2 of Swords, when actually there's something out there for you, Pile 1, and you know it to be true. There is something out there for you that you're ignoring. There is an energy around you that you're ignoring, and I feel like this is your judgment time, Pile 1, and it's going to be up to you to decide how you maneuver from here. You can continue to walk into the fire, and that's going to resonate with some of you that might be connecting to working with the dark arts and that type of life. You can continue to walk into the fire and keep continuing to walk into judgment, or you can decide to look at your past pain, look into the light, and receive love. It's like your guides are saying they want you to receive love. No one that is here on this plane of existence right now doesn't deserve to be standing in the light and in love, Pile 1. And I think there's a lot more. There's almost like what I've said, there's been cryptid messages in that I can't decipher, because everyone's going to interpret what I've said very, very differently. But I think just across the board right now, Pile 1, you need to start looking after yourself and stepping away from those that truly aren't serving your highest good, and I think are bringing a lot of conflict. There are some people in your life that are bringing you so much conflict and a lot of pain, and you need to walk away, Pile 1. That's a real strong message coming through. So what you need to do right now is look at your past pain, start to get familiar with yourself and knowing yourself and standing in your self-worth and calling in this dragon energy. I think no matter what you believe, there is a whole team of light surrounding you, and they want to help you. So if you've been feeling a calling to be reaching out to, I don't know, different deities or angels or, God, insert whatever, person of light, entity of light that you want to insert there. If you've been drawn to a specific practice right now, do it, Pile 1, because that's going to be your saving grace right now. because it's just been something you've been ignoring for the longest time. And your teams of light is saying this, that you can't ignore it any longer. You're not going to be able to move, Pile 1, because you have a very, there is a path that is meant for you. There's a path that you chose for yourself this lifetime that you're not stepping into right now. And you're not going to be able to move until you do, because it's almost like that is, we do have free will, but you were supposed to be here for this specific reason, Pile 1, and you know it to be true in your heart. And that path's going to look very differently, to a lot of people that are here, but there is something you are not stepping into right now that you should be, Pile 1. So look at that, look at why, and how to help yourself step into that, because you do want it. It's like your heart wants it, Pile 1. Your heart wants it. So I'm hearing, it's like, come home. Come home, come out of the cold, come home, look at this past pain so you can step into the light and receive this love that you deserve, Pile 1. I think some of you think that you want good people, you want nice people, and you are, we all have shadow, we all do things that we're not proud of, and it's okay. You were supposed to learn those lessons, but to learn those lessons, you need to step out of this darkness, step away from your demons, face them, so you can step fully into the light, Pile 1. But so much love from me to you. Thank you for showing up today. I think that it might have been a lot for you to even be here, Pile 1, so I appreciate you trusting me to be your reader. And if it does feel aligned to you, please do reach out to me, Pile 1, because I would love to help you. It feels like you're in a tricky spot right now. So thank you for being here. Take care. Hello, Pile 2, this is your reading. Let's see what your demons wish to say to you. Beltane and fertility. Whoa, we are flipping the script from Pile 1, Pile 2. Yeah, I'm very intrigued for this reading today. If you haven't gone and watched the intro, I would highly suggest it, because, I think it might make a little bit more sense to you where we are going. But we've got the Strength card for you. We've got the 8 of Coins. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the 6 of Cups. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Pile 2. I'm going with the bottom of the deck, which is the 2 of Swords. Okay, I'm being told of one more. What are Pile 2's demons trying to say to them? What are Pile 2's demons trying to say to them? Come to the bottom of the deck energy. Wow, 3 of Cups. Pile 2, you are set to receive everything that you've been asking for. And the strong energy coming through is that it's just going to take a lot of strength where you are right now to reach where you are wanting to go, Pile 2. But it's in you. And this came out, I think, in Pile 3, in my last reading or the one before. But this message of it's in you. You know that there is something within you that is incredibly strong, incredibly powerful. Yet you keep looking to attain more. And that is what your demons are telling you. Your demons are telling you that you are not enough exactly where you are right now. And bottom of the deck energy, I'm going to have to cover this one because she is naked. The world. It's like you are the world, Pile 2. And I don't know, I was being drawn to like art, and I specifically was thinking of art class in secondary school. So I don't know what that means, but there's a significance in that. It's like you are a creator at heart, Pile 2. And I think you might have dealt with a lot of other people's shadow and them projecting onto you because they knew how much you could shine, would shine, and they didn't want to let you. But I think you've been working through that energy, Pile 2, and actually you've coming to a stage of such power, but I feel like it's your fear of the past that is holding you back. That is what your demons are doing right now, is that your fear of the past and how things have gone in the past is holding you back. So how can you step forward in trusting that you are enough, for one, Pile 2, that you will receive? And I love this I love this Three of Cups card because it holds so many different meanings for me. And I think that, like, I almost see like an extraterrestrial entity in this card, and I think if that makes sense to you, it's going to make sense. But I see, you know, the cup overflowing with love. I see overflowing with things of a saucy nature too. So some of you might be coming into a time of really tapping into your sacred sensuality, or engaging with, yeah, a lot of that essence with other people, or specifically one person. I think there's going to be a lot of diverse people here engaging in lots of different types of things. But yeah, this energy of just allowing yourself to explore and express right now is essential, Pile 2, and not fearing what that means after that. I think you're fearing the aftermath of, okay, what will happen once I do? You know, am I going to be torn down again? Are people going to say things? Am I going to be judged again? And it doesn't matter, Pile 2. You know, words are hurtful, but are they worth holding yourself back, is what your spirit guides are trying to say. Are they worth holding? Is it worth holding your entire self back, your whole entire life back, from because you're a fear of what others might say about you, Pile 2? And that's what your demons are doing right now. They are closing in and reminding you of the things of the past to keep you stuck. So bat that energy away, Pile 2. How can you come into strength? Working with your solar plexus chakra, working with the energies of the I am space, and allowing you to see yourself as one of the most powerful, Pile 2. And I think some of you might feel as though that comes from an ego space, but as long as you are stepping forward because you want to do this for you, and you know, you are not out here to be overshadowing others or trying to shine above others in competition, then there isn't much ego there, Pile 2. I think you're incredibly humble, actually. Humble to the point of, yep, it's stifling you, Pile 2. You need to step forward in your power because people need you. I'm hearing people need you. And, you know, this isn't an unhealthy need, but it's like what you have to offer is going to be really beneficial for others. So stop allowing your demons to hold you back, Pile 2. And don't be afraid of love. I think some of you are really terrified of love, really terrified of authentic connection, or allowing yourself to come into a space of ease within that setting. And your teams of light are here to say that you deserve it. So don't hold back, Pile 2. If there have been people that have come into your plane of existence right now, new people, trust them until they give you a reason to not trust them, Pile 2. And I've definitely been in those energies myself recently in my personal journey where, you know, I'm really having to put a lot of trust in others, and to have no fear in that, because I know that I can hold myself, and no matter what happens, I will always be me. I will always be standing, and that is where I find my strength. And I think that is where you are coming into your strength too, Pile 2, is understanding that you hold your own space. And yeah, some of you might be wanting to hold space for others. You might be wanting to set up your own business, or wanting to, hold others. And that's going to come through very differently. I'm hearing all manners of things. Some of you might be wanting to buy property so you can host others, Airbnbs, that type of thing. Or you might be wanting to start working on a one-on-one coaching business specifically is coming through. Or holding space for something. What is that, Spirit? Holding space for those that have nowhere to go. So maybe some of you are wanting to adopt. That's coming through really strongly. And the way that it was coming through was almost like a past life energy in that, which is why it took me a little while to differentiate what it meant, because it's almost like it's been destined for you to have that this lifetime. So for those that have been wanting children, for those that have been wanting to adopt, and maybe this has come out of nowhere all of a sudden, you're just really feeling that strong energy, and it's there for a reason, Pile 2. You're not irresponsible. I think the main message is you're not irresponsible at all, Pile 2. Some of you might feel like you're incredibly irresponsible, but you're not. And there is something in that you need to look into, Pile 2, because that's not coming from you. That's coming from someone else. And this might be a lot of other people not allowing you to see your worth for the longest time, Pile 2, that you're really going to have to dig deep and heal the past, because you're not who you once were. You're incredibly strong and you hold such light, Pile 2. But I'm going to pull a couple of dragon cards for you as well, Pile 2, just to end with, to see what Dragon Spirit has to say. And I felt very strongly that the Dragon Spirit wanted to be with us in this reading. 11, an invention, burning with passion. That I knew that this was the energy coming through. Don't be afraid to explore your sensuality at this time, Pile 2. It's so sweet. 2, an enlightenment, moving forward. And I'm seeing this as you with someone else, Pile 2. There is someone that's either they've come in already or they're about to come in, and they want to protect you. Someone really wants to protect you, Pile 2. So let them. Let someone in. Some of you aren't letting someone in, and I'm seeing like a continuation with this fire and this moon here. So some of you might be fire signs, or you might be looking to enhance your life with sensuality with the next moon cycle, and working with the element of fire in terms of spell work or manifestation to be calling in that divine counterpart, that divine partnership. Some of you have been building towards this time with this building here, this person building, this shape here and the number 11. It feels like you've been building up for this exact moment and for this divine union to come into play, Pile 2. So let it happen. Some of you are restricting yourself somewhere because you're afraid, but let it happen because it's destined for you. You are destined to receive everything you've been asking for, because you've been walking towards the light for such a long time, Pile 2. And, this is a lot of past life contracts too that you've been fulfilling this lifetime, Pile 2. And I'm hearing you've had quite an eclectic life. You've had quite an interesting life, and I think you might have worked in a lot of shadow. You might have worked in a lot of the darker aspects of life in your earlier years, but you're not that person anymore, and you were supposed to be that person so that you can pull all of this light in. It's like this woman wading in the dark waters, yet she's bringing down all of this light into her body, and that's what you've been doing, Pile 2. So that it's now your time to have an equal relationship with the universe. Yeah, because you are the world. Remember that, Pile 2. Remember that you are the world. Remember that you are everything, and you deserve the world. And you deserve to have love. You deserve to have your idyllic relationship. For some of you, this might take walking away from a significant other that you are with now, because you know that they cannot fulfill your needs, Pile 2. And that's such a strong message to come through at the end, because I think it's difficult when we have to accept that. We have to accept that, we might need something else now because we've changed so much. And I'm hearing that you've given so much. You've given the room to expand. You've given the room to change. But now it's a time to step forward fully into your light, and you will be met by those that can hold you in that space and can meet you in that space. Some of you have been really asking for your tribe, your community. And for some of you, they're already here. They're already with you. They're already around you. And this might be tapping into your spiritual essences a lot deeper, sitting down for that practice of meditation, sitting down, making sure that you're taking time out for yourself so that you can hear your spirit team, you can receive that guidance from the universe. Some of you are pushing away your gifts from the universe because you're terrified, but allow them to come in for you. Allow yourself to be asking, to feel safer, to feel accepting, to be willing to receive. I think start listening to affirmations on receiving, Pile 2, because that's really going to help you get into flow. You have an amazing energy that lives within you. It's like your core energy is so strong, yet there's just these little bits of static, these little bits of dense pockets of energy that need to be dispersed. And if you do feel the calling to be working with me, I am a Reiki practitioner, so I can help you within that space, Pile 2. But I think that's all that's coming through for you, Pile 2. You need to be working on stepping into your full power and trusting that this is your power. Somewhere along the way, you don't believe your worth, Pile 2, and this is, I think, going to be a message across the board for this reading. But you deserve everything, Pile 2. So let it come in for you. Some of you are just blocking your own gifts from the universe at this time through fear. So work through that fear. Work through believing that you deserve it, pile 2, because you worked really hard for it. Every single person that is in this pile, you've worked so hard to be in the position that you are right now. So accept it. For some of you, you might have been, people that have had people around them that really took a lot from them. And it's made you feel like you weren't worthy, even though you've been doing the absolute most. Pile 2, I promise you, you have done enough to receive everything that you've already been asking for this lifetime. So trust in that energy, pile 2. But that's all that I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here, pile 2, and for trusting me to be your reader. If you do feel like the calling to be working with me on a one-to-one basis or for an extended reading within this so we can help you, step fully into your power, do not hesitate to reach out, pile 2. But thank you again for being here. Hello, pile 3, this is your reading. Let's see what let's see what your demons are trying to tell you. But the energy of spirit has been so strong that, I think that there is just a lot of light here, pile 3. Spell and manifestation. I feel like I've just sat in a time lapse, pile 3. And when I looked at the clock, I feel like it had been such a long time, but it had actually only been 5 minutes. So some of you might be feeling in this lag. Some of you might be really expansive souls, the Hierophant, and be challenging the proximities of this universe right now. 3 of Wands. It's almost as if you are battling against it all. The 2 of Coins. 10 of Cups. The Emperor. What are your demons trying to say to you, pile 3? I feel like there is a lot of noise around you, pile 3. And this might be a lot of noise from other people interested in what you're doing, what you've been up to, and how you've got to be the person that you are today. And I think this might instill a lot of fear in some of you. And there's this almost this feeling of, I have nothing more to give because I've been taken from, so much already. And I almost feel like there is a massive weight of the world that is just pouring over you right now, pile 3. And this is what your demons are placing upon you, is this idea of that it's all up to you, pile 3, when we are all incredibly important every lifetime that we live, but there is a strong message of allowing yourself to manifest out of the darkness, allowing yourself to manifest out of this weight so that you can receive the 10 of Cups. You've been standing in a lot of your own personal power, pile 3, but now I think it's time to be collaborating with others and allowing others to take the weight. I think you've been trying to take the weight for everyone else around you, pile 3, when actually all you need to be doing is stepping forward into your light and allowing that light to radiate out to others. And I think it's very difficult when you might be in a space of being able to hold a lot of space for others. You might be in the healing modalities, you might be in the esoteric realms, or you might be in you might be someone that gives to your community a lot in some way, pile 3, but the message is that you are enough by just existing. So don't allow for others to be too demanding of your time, pile 3. 10 of Wands. So you can't take the weight for others. You can't take the weight for others. You have to put it down, pile 3. You have to put it down and you have to start saying no. 9 of Cups, because as soon as you start to say no to certain dynamics, Pile 3. You need to say no to certain dynamics right now. And it's almost as if it's really hard to bring through what the energy is, Pile 3. It's like things just need to shift ever so slightly. Some things just need to shift a little bit right now, Pile 3. And that's going to make sense in very individualistic ways. So, take what resonates, but it's almost as if some things just need tweaking right now. And that's going to bring you a lot of your manifestations. Pile 3. And you've got the Chariot, and this card popped out as I was shuffling to shuffle the cards to be ready for today. So there was the idea of duality is leaving your life, Pile 3, and I think this is something that you've been working on this entire lifetime, and you are coming into the precipice of this whole new way of existing, way of living. And to those that, work within the healing modalities or in the realms of expanse, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've done it. It's almost like you are in your 5D capacities right now, Pile 3, and you know this to be true. So allow for yourself to see the bits that aren't working for you and manifest that into be working for you, Pile 3. And I think this is going to take leaving others to sort themselves out is the main message that's coming through. Your demons are coming through to tell you that, you cannot carry the weight for everyone else. So allow them to do their own work. Allow them to pay you for your work, is what I want to say, Pile 3. Some of you aren't charging for things that you should be charging for. And I think that you give so much that you want to give to others, but you have to start charging for your worth, Pile 3. And there's a strong message of that, because it's like people will just take if you allow them to. I've got 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck energy, and I often think that people don't just take because it's like people don't take because they are bad people or they want to belittle you in any way, Pile 3, but it's almost like you're not giving them the option to pay you. So how do they know that that's what you are wanting from them? And I think this is pertaining to business, so this is going to make sense to you if it makes sense to you, because it's coming through kind of disjointed. But you almost have to set your boundaries with your pricing, set your boundaries with telling people what they should be paying you for, Pile 3, and knowing that you deserve it, Pile 3. I think because you might be very gifted in the spiritual realms, and we all have the capacities to be tapped in, but we have to charge. If this is your line of work, Pile 3, you have to be charging your worth. 24, freedom, breaking the chains of the past of feeling unworthy. And the demons are coming through to say, you deserve to be experiencing the life that you want to. 18 in healing and restoring hope, and that's what you do for others. You restore hope, Pile 3, in others. You restore this idea of the future, and that's worth its weight in gold, is what I'm hearing. I know the only power that I picked 3 dragon cards for. 38 and 28 in surrender, letting go of the darkness. You're letting go of this idea of not being worthy, Pile 3. That is the main energy that you're working through at this time, is allowing yourself to believe your worth, because you are worth it, Pile 3. You are so worth it. And I think this is what your spirit teams, what your demons are pointing out to you, is that you have to start charging. And this might be setting boundaries with people and saying, no, I won't accept that, this is what I'm looking for, or in friendships and saying, I don't have the capacity to be holding you in that space, or I think that you need to seek further guidance than me. I think some of you have a lot of people that really rely on you when they should be going to a therapist, Pile 3, and obviously take what resonates with regards to what you do for your line of work, and if you do work in the healing modalities, but I think there are those that don't, and people are relying on you or coming to you for things that they should be seeking from a therapist, because we cannot take that weight from others. And I'm going to suggest to you to cut cords with everyone, pile 3, and this is a practice that I do every single day. It's cutting those energetic cords when we come into contact with people. Sometimes it will just be someone that I walk past in the street, and the energy is so strong because I'm a sensitive soul that I pick up on the energy. I have to cut cords with them. This does not cut any of the positive energy from another person, but just the energy that isn't going to be helpful for either of you. So make sure that you are cut cords with your family, your friends, those that you might be working with, for those that are in these modalities where we're working with other people. And that just might be it for some of you. You might just need to make sure that you are cutting cords properly from those that you're working with, because you're taking on the weight of their energy when you don't need to be, pile 3. And I think you've forgotten that you are an energetic person as well as, a 3D physical plane of existence that is here. We are made of energy. So remember that. And yeah, be cleansing your energy a lot more, pile 3. You need to start having a stronger practice of cleansing your energy, because it's almost like you're getting stuck in the duality, but the duality is actually the negative energy and other people's demons attaching themselves to you because you're not cutting cords with other people. So remember that, pile 3, especially if you're engaging with a lot more people at this time. I feel like some of you might have started stepping out and showing up a little bit more in your spaces and in your workplace, or putting yourself out there, maybe with regards to dating as well. So make sure that you're cutting cords with those other people, so that their energy isn't being ciphered to you in a not in a harmful way, but in a way that isn't helping you move forward. Pile 3 is what I want to share. I feel like there's a lot of fuzz and confusion around you, but this is actually a lot of other people's energy that you don't need to be sat in, pile 2. So step forward in your light, start shining your light on you and allowing yourself to see your worth. You need to start putting in stronger boundaries with people, pile 3, and saying, I'm not going to accept that, or this is what I'm looking for, or I deserve more, is what I'm hearing, pile 3. I deserve more, and go after more. Manifest, start manifesting. Your card was manifest in spell work, so you might want to look into spell work and how to be manifesting the life that you actually want to be leading, pile 3. And for some of you, this is just surrendering to all those things that you've been asking for the longest time, because they are coming in for you, pile 3. They are. As soon as you can step forward, let go of the pains of others, and showing up and asking to be paid what you are worth, pile 3. I think you need to start asking to be paid what you're worth, and that keeps coming through so strongly. So someone needs to hear that. Some of you in this need to hear that message. Start charging for your services, pile 3, because it's time. But that's all I'm getting for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader and for being here today. If you do feel the calling for an extended reading with me, or to be working with me on a one-to-one basis, I am a Reiki practitioner. I can help you move some of this fuzz that's around you and help you pinpoint ways in which that you can step forward into your light and to be setting those clear boundaries with others, pile 3. Because I think there is a wound somewhere that you haven't been able to access yet. This might be connected to past lives, and I can help you tap into that energy, pile 3. But that's all I've got for you today. Take care.